Hi, everybody. This is Silvio Canto in Dallas, Texas on Thursday, June the 7th, and welcome to our video commentary. You know, we have in the past spoken about Trump derangement syndrome. This is I don't know, something that happens to people that they sort of lose their common sense. They get a little crazy, if you will, over Trump. So today we're going to talk about a couple of examples of what I'm talking about. The first one is the First Lady, Melania Trump. As you know, she was in the hospital. She had some kind of an operation, successfully completed, nothing bad, and she's back on the job, as they say, back on her feet. But apparently, for a few days, she was out of visibility. Whether she was resting, we don't really know, and it frankly doesn't matter. She's entitled to a certain amount of privacy. Even if you're the First Lady, you're entitled to a certain amount of privacy after you're recovering from an operation. But there began all kinds of rumors about what her absence meant. Some people even suggesting that she was staying out of the public view on purpose. She was angry at her husband. All this kind of speculation. And of course, it was all put to rest a couple of days ago, and she came out and was very gracious and delivered a speech right there in the Rose Garden. But there's just something about Trump that drives some of these people crazy. I mean, just absolutely crazy. And the sad thing about it is that they're actually helping Trump with this kind of crazy behavior. That's the crazy thing about it. The other example of Trump derangement syndrome is all of this talk about Trump pardoning himself. It all started, I think, with a question to Rudy Giuliani. And then the president tweeted that he has the right to pardon himself. The truth is that he does. Now, over the years, there have been legal scholars who've debated this, but the bottom line is that no one has ever challenged the president's pardon power. It's right there in the Constitution. It's the same pardon power that George Washington had. I mean, it's been there, literally, word for word, where it was when George Washington became president. Now, you can argue whether or not the president should pardon himself. It's more of a political decision, really, more than anything else, but he does have the power of the pardon. But I think all of this started out, it was really a politically, it was an attempt at a political distraction. That's what I think it really was. It was to get people to talk about whether or not the president should pardon himself. But in fact, nobody is talking about pardoning himself about what? I mean, he has not been convicted. There's no crime. So until you have a crime, until you have a conviction, it's all just a lot of rhetoric. There's nothing to it. He has not been convicted of anything, has not been charged with anything to begin with. Now, just because you don't like the guy, that doesn't mean that he should be impeached. That's not what the impeachment is for. But it really, once again, emphasizes just how silly the attacks on Trump can become. And honestly, if the Democrats think that this is working, it's not working. It's not working politically for them, as we can see from some of the recent primaries, as well as the political landscape in general. So, just everybody needs to tone it down a little bit, particularly those of you who hate Trump. Just tone it down a little bit, because this is not good for the country. It's not good for you either politically to engage in these kinds of irrational attacks, be it the First Lady or the President of the United States. Have a wonderful day, everybody. If June 7th is your birthday, well, I hope you have a good day. We have all of these videos over at YouTube. We have them on Twitter, and we have them on my blog. Bye-bye, everybody.